Hello, dear students. I hope you all are doing well and taking good care of yourself. Today, we are going to discuss the upcoming paper, that is British Literature 2, and I would focus on Charles Lamb today. So, this is a paper, tentative paper, or you can say guest paper that is available online, shared by some student only. So, according to this, there was a question that how does Lamb present the autobiographical elements in the essay Dreamchildren, AReverie? So, I would firstly discuss Dreamchildren, and then in second video, I would discuss his essay in praise of Chimney Sweeper. So, how questions जो हैं, how they are going to be set, autobiographical elements, and how he brings out pathos and humor out of these two essays. In these two essays, that's the main important thing जो आपको paper में आ सकती है. So without any more delay, let's jump into the topic and study what Charles Lamb has to say about Dreamchildren. So now we are going to study MA English Semester 4's paper 4, that is British Literature. It's not one, it's two. Charles Lamb, Dreamchildren. And this is my email where you can contact me in case there is any problem. And let's begin with. So, what does this essay says? What he has written in the essay? The essay reveals many wonderful traits of his personality. It brings a glint of laughter on faces and tears in our eyes. The essay Dreamchildren presents Lamb's longing for a family he had always penned for but never had. तो इस essay में एक ऐसी ड्रीम फैमिली के बारे में वो बात कर रहा है. ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन आर इंडीड हिज ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन. He never got married. He did not have the children which he wanted with his lady love. तो इसलिए उसने उस सारी फीलिंग्स को एक ऐसे के रूप में प्रेजेंट कर दिया. But he always wanted to have a happy family, therefore it is an autobiographical essay. So whatever he is writing, वो उसकी खुद की इच्छाएं, उसकी खुद के ड्रीम्स हैं, जो वो चाहता था, तो इसलिए it's very close to his real life, तो इसलिए इसमें autobiographical elements हैं. Charles Lamb has portrayed Alice and John, so who are imaginary children from his marriage with Anne Simmons. तो Anne Simmons के साथ उसकी जो imaginary marriage है, उससे Alice और John दो बच्चे हैं जो हैं जिनको वो यहाँ imagine कर रहा है, which did not come to fruition. Reality में कभी नहीं हुई वो शादी, but वो सिर्फ सोच रहा है. तो जो title है here he himself is making it clear in the title, which is a reverie, which vividly reflects आएगा यहाँ पे. So आपको पेपर में इन चीजों के बारे में ध्यान रखना है while writing. So the title of the essay contains words a reverie, which vividly, अच्छा यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा because we are talking of words. Title के साथ title contains, but words हैं. Words का क्या मतलब है? Contain words a reverie, which vividly reflect a fanciful and imaginary account of his acquaintance with children who he never had. तो यहाँ एक imaginary encounter है कि अगर मेरे बच्चे होते, अगर एलिस और जॉन होते तो क्या होता, हाउ माई लाइफ वुड हैव बीन. तो इसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. The essay has been composed in a simple and lucid style. Charles Lamb has blended both pure pathos and humor in the right proportion in the essay. Walter Pater observes in Appreciations, in his each and every essay, we feel the vein of his subjectivity. Subjectivity is when you write from your heart. तो वॉल्टर पेटर ने भी उनकी राइटिंग में एक जो हार्टफेल्ट इमोशंस है, जो हार्टफेल्ट फीलिंग्स हैं, वो देखी हैं बहुत क्लोजली. इन ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन क्या क्या चीजों की बात कर रहे हैं? इन ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन ही टॉक्स ऑफ हिज ग्रैंड मदर मेरी फील्ड. तो कैसे वो एक बड़े ग्रैंड से घर में अकेली रहती थी, हाउ शी हैज फॉट द डेडली डिजीज ऑफ कैंसर, हाउ शी हैज फॉट विद इट, अगेंस्ट इट, उसके बारे में. हाउ शी हैज दैट गॉडली नेचर एंड गुडनेस इन हर, हाउ पीपल केम टू हर फॉर एडवाइस एंड हाउ दे यूज्ड टू टेक हर इन हाई रिगार्ड. तो कहीं ना कहीं लैम ने एक पेन पिक्चर पोर्ट्रेट अपने ग्रैंडमदर का भी यहाँ दिया है. His grandmother was a strong-willed, gentle and kind lady to everyone, and she was highly respected. और यहाँ पे when Alice hears that her great grandmother was regarded as a great dancer, as a best dancer, Alice right foot starts to play a movement. तो ये भी imaginary है. जैसे ही एलिस सुनती है कि मेरे जो दादी माँ थे, अगर वो पापा के दादी माँ हैं तो वो ग्रेट ग्रैंड परदादी हो गए. तो व्हेन शी लर्न्स दिस कि उसकी ग्रेट ग्रैंडमदर बड़ा अच्छा डांस करती थी, उसके खुद ब खुद पैर चलने लग जाते हैं. और यहाँ पे उसके ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन जब ग्रैंडमदर के साथ आते हैं तो यूज टू स्लीप इन अ बिग हाउस. जॉन ट्राइज टू लुक करेजियस. जॉन बड़ा करेजियस दिखाता था अपने आप को कि मैं बड़ा स्ट्रांग हूँ, इतने बड़े घर में मैं डरता नहीं हूँ, और वो साथ रहते थे. Thus, humor and pathos run throughout the essay. When he's missing his grandmother, there is pathos. जब वो अपने बच्चों के बीच में बात ऐड कर देता है, वो भी इमेजिनरी बच्चे, कैसे वो मदर के साथ, ग्रैंडमदर के साथ रह रहे हैं, they are enjoying and they are trying to be courageous. बच्चे हैं, डरेंगे तो सही. How they are trying to be courageous, this is where he adds little bit of humor and liveliness. Then this is a quote from the text. When she came to die, her funeral was attended by all the poor to show respect for her memory because she had been such a good and religious woman. तो जितना लोगों को इन्होंने रिगार्ड दिया है, वैसे ही लोगों ने भी आके इनके साथ उतना ही इनको रिगार्ड when she passed away दिखाया है. So there is no indulgence in self-pity and the stark tragedy of life. तो self-pity नहीं कर रहा है वो, बिल्कुल भी नहीं कर रहा. But the frustration of his romantic life, however, is touched upon here and there. तो जो frustration थी ना, लाइफ में frustration कैसे है? Love fruitful, wanted to have a marriage. And it is important to note here that there is no indulgence of self-pity. तो लाइफ की ट्रेजेडी पे सेल्फ पिटी नहीं कर रहा, ही इज जस्ट एक्सप्रेसिंग हिमसेल्फ एंड फीलिंग लाइट. तो what kind of tragedies he has suffered. एक तो he wanted to have marriage, he wanted to have a happy family, he wanted to have happy children. वो सब नहीं हुआ. ऊपर से fits of madness to which his sister was often subject to. ये कहीं ना कहीं बहुत दर्दनाक था इनके लिए. And in one of which ऐसा एक incident हुआ है, she knifed his mother to death. तो ये जो चीजें थी, these were actually disturbing, but he never indulges in self pity. The frustration of his romantic life, however, is touched upon here and there. So there is often a reference to his unanswered love. There is reference to his unsuccessful love affair. Then in the essay, he even talks of his brother and how he was attached to him, how they had, contradictions and inconsistencies, but still they had differences. But when his brother died, he was, he was feeling bad and he wished that his brother once again would have been alive. I wished him to be alive again, to be quarreling with him rather than not have him again. तो जैसे हर एक रिलेशन में होता है कि हम लड़ते झगड़ते भी हैं, बट वी वांट दैट पर्सन. हम ये नहीं चाहते होते कि वो इंसान दुनिया में ना रहे या हमें कभी मिले ही ना. तो लड़ाई झगड़े के लिए भी ब्रदर सिस्टर्स ही होते हैं. एंड ही दो ही हैड सर्टेन डिफरेंसेस विद हिज ब्रदर, स्टिल व्हेन ही डाइड ही वाज फीलिंग बैड एंड ही वांटेड हिम टू लिव. Then, when the story of John Lamb is narrated to Alice, तो and John, they move to tears. तो अपने imaginary बच्चों को अपने brother की, उनके uncle की बात बताता है, and they feel moved. उनको बहुत सुन के वो उनके आंखों में आंसू आ जाते हैं. So he has given a confessional account of his affair in a realistic manner. तो अपनी courtships के बारे में बताता है. तो जो भी कुछ वो बच्चों के साथ शेयर कर रहा है, रीडर्स के साथ शेयर कर रहा है, ही इज कन्फेसिंग थिंग्स. तो लिरिकल प्रोज भी है ये, और कहीं ना कहीं कन्फेशनल ऐसे भी बनता है. ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल तो चलो है ही. And talking about his affair as well, he tells his children that how for 7 long years in hope, sometimes in despair, yet persisting ever, I courted the fair Alice W. तो उनको बताता है कि कैसे मैंने आपकी मदर के लिए इतनी देर वेट की, इतनी देर उसको कोर्ट लाइक कोर्टशिप में थे ये, हाउ ही kept on waiting for her. Then Lamb has even hinted upon his unanswered love here, frustration in love. तो with N and the demise of his cherished dream of, तो कैसे उसका जो ड्रीम था वो खत्म हो गया, उसके जो ड्रीम में ड्रीम था कि आई वुड हैव चिल्ड्रन, वो बिल्कुल पूरा ही नहीं हो पाया. देन ही इवन वी आर नॉट ऑफ एलिस, तो बच्चों की तरफ से वो बोलता है, ऐसे में है ये लाइन, वी आर नॉट ऑफ एलिस, नॉट ऑफ दी, nor are we children at all, the children of Alice call Bartram father. We are nothing less than nothing and dreams. तो खुद ही हमें बता रहा है कि ये जो सब कुछ है, ये बच्चे हैं, ये दे आर नथिंग मोर देन ड्रीम्स, सपनों से ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं है. इसीलिए ऐसे का टाइटल इवन इज जस्टिफाइड, क्योंकि इट्स ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन. टाइटल इटसेल्फ कन्वेज दैट इट इज अबाउट ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन who were never there in reality, and he is explaining us the same. Then when he has unanswered love, so he's left alone with his sister Mary Lamb by his side, and he has artistically suggested his loneliness without self-pity. He's telling us the reality, but he's not indulging in self-pity. अपने ऊपर कोई तरस नहीं हमें कहने को मजबूर करा कि मेरे पे तरस खाओ. So the concluding line of the essay, जो concluding lines हैं, they are quite pathetic. What he says in the concluding lines: I found myself quietly seated in my bachelor armchair. तो कहता मैंने अपने आप को कहाँ पाया? Dream था, and now the dream is over. I am sitting in the bachelor armchair where I had fallen asleep. और कहता मैं सो गया. With the faithful Bridget unchanged by my side, but John L. means James Elia was gone forever. कि मैं बैठा था और मैंने सपना देखा, and now I am awake, and whatever I saw in my dream, it's gone forever. चाहे वो persons थे, चाहे वो things थी, individuals थे, कुछ भी था, now everything is gone forever. Especially mentioning here about John L. or James Elia, so everything is gone. Then this would be the concluding lines. I guess this would be sufficient, otherwise it would be lengthy for you to learn. So what he says here: Thus Lamb, as a romantic essayist, has thrown enough light on his unfulfilled desires in Dreamchildren, Reverie. It is a faithful reflection of his life in which he tells the readers the saddest thoughts in the sweetest vein of narration. This is the line that you need to underline in your exam even. So he tells the readers the saddest thoughts in the sweetest vein of narration. Lamb is too modest to pretend to profess any models. So he does not teach us anything. He doesn't teach us didactic things. He never argues, dictates, or preaches. We do not find any philosophy of life in his essays. So he is a writer who writes, who tells us whatever comes to his mind, who is quite generous in telling us the things, and he never ever indulges into self-pity. Jo hai jaise hai, he just expresses in front of us. That's all. And if you are liking these videos, if you think these videos are making a difference in your preparation, do like and leave a good comment. Like all your comments and your emails, they're very encouraging. Yes, I am thankful to each one of you to keep me motivating, to keep me inspired to keep working hard for you, and shall definitely keep helping you out. But your encouragement and sharing of these videos is also very important, so that all those students who are unable to go to colleges to pursue their studies regularly may get benefit from these videos. So with the promise that each one is going to share the video with at least 10 others, it's going to make a huge difference in the education system that everybody would be able to avail. Thank you very much. All the very best. Take care of yourself.